G'day guys, welcome to the channel. Today's video is something I've been looking forward to doing for quite a while. It's something I've been planning for a while and just making sure I've got everything, I guess you could say, dotted and crossed and everything. So today's video is going to be a somewhat of an unboxing, but also a build of the new, well, it's not new, but my new SAB RAW Piuma helicopter. So as you know, if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that apart from radio control cars and planes, I also fly helicopters, as you can see in the background there. And I've got a nitro helicopter, and I've got two electric helicopters behind me there. And the nitro helicopter I've got, it's great. It's a nitro. It's a 600 size heli. However, parts are a little bit hard to get for it at the moment. It's a Synergy. And about a year or so ago, SAB Helicopters came out with the RAW Piuma. Now, the RAW Piuma is a 700 class helicopter, so it's pretty big. But it was really designed for guys like me, and by that I mean guys who don't do crazy stunts and things like that. So what I'm going to do is, instead of just standing here flapping my gums, we're going to head over to the workbench and I'm going to show you what you get and what you need. Alright guys, so as you see, we have the box here, and it is a pretty big box because, as I said, it is a 700 size helicopter. Now, I have gone ahead and opened this and checked everything just to make sure that everything is in here. So when you open the box, be carefully so I don't knock the plane over and knock everything else over. So you open the box, you got your instruction manuals, a little leaflet there, must have got slipped away underneath here somewhere, but you got a registration card, another card here, so it's your instruction manual, which is obviously very important. Also, with you underneath the instruction manual, you have a couple of sticker sheets. So you got white, yellow, orange. Yeah, white, yellow and orange. I might go with orange, I'm not too sure. Just put that like that there. Okay, so then you have the canopy. That's your blade holder for transportation. Now we have a box here. So basically with this kit, you get everything to build the airframe itself. So we have all the bags and that are numbered. So you got box 1 for page 15, for instance. Not sure if you can see that on the camera. So it tells you what page each bag is for. And what I like about the SAB helicopters as well is they come with blades. Unlike my Synergy Nitro helicopter, I had to buy blades separately. So it comes with blades, got all your parts in here for your battery trays, parts of the fuselage, your tail booms in there as well. Trying to do my best to do this one-handed and while it's still in the main box. So we got more parts. It's got parts of the landing gear and parts. You got the drive belts and so on and so forth. So you'll need tools obviously to assemble this. And as I said guys, what you get in this box is to build a bare airframe with blades. So there are some things you will need to complete this. So to complete it, you will need 4 servos, 3 of which are for cyclic, for your swash plate, 1 for the tail rotor. You will need a motor, electronic speed controller, a battery, and you'll also need a flybarless unit, and depending on the kind of flybarless unit will determine your radio system that you will choose to use. Now, your motor, electronic speed controller, and battery, it will determine with the type of power setup that you wish to use. One of the other reasons why I chose the Piuma is the majority of your 700 class and 600 and 700 class helicopters are 12S powered. This can be powered with 6S. So your motor and electronic speed controller will be determined by also the kind of battery system you want to use. So I'm not going to go through all the electronics that I've bought through it right now. I will show that to you at the end of the build. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to set the camera up on time lapse and let's get building this. guys, so the helicopter is built. It went together really well, and I didn't film every single aspect of the build, as it would take too long, like routing wires and things like that, and putting blades on and all the stickers and so on and so forth. It went really well. However, because of its size, it got a little cumbersome on the workbench. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at it now. However, like I said, because of its size, it's going to be a little awkward. So we're not going to have a look at it here. We're going to go into my lounge room and we're going to have a look at it from there. Well guys, here it is. It's all built and put together. So like I said, I wasn't going to go over all the electronics and things that I've put at the start of the video, so I will go through with you it now. So the build was really good, and everything went together really well. And the only issue I had was possibly just setting up the belt tensioner. Other than that, just like some of my other SAB Goblin helicopters, they went together really well, and this one was no exception. So everything fits nicely, and what I'll do is I will take off the canopy and I will show you the electronics that I have chosen for this model. Alrighty, so here we are without the canopy on. So we'll start at the front here. So for the electronic speed controller, I have chosen a Hobbywing Platinum V4 120 amp ESC. I have here a Scorpion 4025 size 1100 kV outrunner motor. Battery power, I have, I'll come over here, I have a Z-Power 6S 5200 milliamp hour battery pack. Now, some of you may not have heard of Z-Power. I actually have a couple of these for my little Goblin Fireball. They are really good. This one is actually 100C, so it'll be more than ample for this model. For cyclic servos, I have gone with KST BLS 815s. These are really good. I have these in my Nitro helicopter. For the tail servo, it's also KST. I can't remember I think it's an 805 tail servo that I'm using. Up here we have a MSH Brain 2 flybarless unit. That's what I have chosen for my flybarless system. I use these in all my other helicopters, with the exception of the little OMP that I have that comes with the flybarless unit, but that's not important. So, but yeah, all my other helicopters have Brain flybarless units, and I really like the way they're really easy to program, really easy to set up, and I mean, for a noob like me, it's really good. So for the radio system, I have a Spectrum SRXL2 receiver. This is the main receiver here, and for a bit of redundancy, this was recommended by another YouTuber. He recommended a DSM-X satellite just for redundancy. So if this should fail, then this will be here just as a little added insurance, which in my book is a good thing. So the kit blades, honestly, like with my other Goblin helicopters, the kit blades are fine for me personally. Went together really well, and honestly guys, I can't wait to fly this thing. I am a little nervous though, not gonna lie. So guys, obviously the big question now is, when are we going to see it fly? Well, at the moment I have just assembled it and that's it. So I have to program the fly barless unit, I have to set up the blades and things like that, and hopefully not too long after that will be the maiden flight for this helicopter. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you have any questions or if you have any tips too, if you expert heli flyers out there have any tips for me, I'm all ears. So until then, guys, enjoy your hobby and cheers.